Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Zazie. I'm a speech and language therapist and I blog over at Zazie Plays on Instagram, and I've started this channel so that I can make some longer videos with all my tips and tricks for communicating with your child, baby, toddler better to support their speech and language development. If you would like to communicate better with your child, please like this video and hit subscribe so that you can be kept in the loop with all my new videos. So today's video is about feeding in language and not squeezing it out. I like to think of a child's language like a piggy bank. So every time you put in language, you're filling up their piggy bank. They have a full bank. But every time you ask a question, you're taking that language out, you're squeezing it out. So the more we put in, of course, the better, like a bank account. The more money you put in, the more money you've got to take out. That's why commenting is so important. You're putting language into their piggy bank. A comment is something that isn't a question. So, for example, it's red, the big one. You have got a car. That looks yummy. Those things are all comments. You're not asking anything of your baby. They're not having to answer with yes or no. There's no inflection on the end of your voice. All of those things are filling in language without expecting anything from your baby. A question is something like, what have you got there? What is it? Is it red? Have you got it? Who wants that one? Can I have it? All of those are questions and they expect something from your baby, even if it's just yes. It requires them to stop, think of an answer and give you an answer. And for our little ones, our toddlers, our younger children, say up until age 1.5, they don't have any language in there that they can get put out. They understand lots, but they don't have, the skills yet to verbalize what they want to say and answer your question. So how frustrating would it be if, you were playing and you were being asked loads of questions that you couldn't answer? Pretty rubbish, hey? And also it's a withdrawal. You're taking money out of that account and we want to be putting money in. So I want to teach you sneaky tricks for doing that. First, I want to point out how hard this can be. I challenge you, after you've watched this video, to go and watch your partner or a family member or even yourself interact with your baby. Adults, as we've learned how to keep a conversation going by asking questions. What did you do today? What would you like for a drink? What do you think we should have for dinner tonight? What is that? Did you see that on the telly last night? We keep a conversation going by asking heaps of questions, and that carries over into our play. Okay, here's the example of what not to do and what an interaction looks like around a story when there's heaps of questions.
But where is the green sheep? Can you see the green sheep? What's this sheep doing? Do you know what noise a green sheep makes? Here is a thin sheep, here is a wide sheep, here is a swing sheep, and here is a slide sheep. But where is that green sheep? I still can't see the green sheep. Can you see him? Is he hiding under the slide? No. Is he up the slide? No.
And here's an example of an interaction with a story where there's way more comments than there are questions.
And they'll make her sneeze. Achoo. Look, that llama's got a hanky. Hanky because he's sneezing. And there's lots of flowers around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roses. If you want to charm a llama, never take him on a boat. It could all end in disaster. And a llama doesn't float. 1 guinea pig, 2 guinea pig, 3 guinea pigs. Just 3 guinea pigs. That llama's scared of the water. He's got a life ring on. He's got a floaty.
One of the ways that we teach our families is by thinking of it as the one-hand rule. Okay? You always want to be putting in more language than you're taking out. And the perfect ratio, be 4 comments to 1 question. So when you're reading a story, I want you to actively think about making 4 comments before asking something. This is the same with all children, not just for babies. It's way better to be putting language in than taking it out. So whether it be reading or playing, 4 comments, 1 question. So I can see the buzzy bee. The buzzy bee has blue wheels. He's got a happy face and big yellow wings. What colour are the buzzy bee's wheels? Can you see from that there's 4 bits of language being fed in before I've expected anything out? So if we did this throughout the whole book, throughout the whole interaction, there's way more things going in and way less pressure. There's not the expectation that, you know, you've got to answer what mum and dad have asked. You know, it's a little bit more passive. You're hearing and you're getting full up with language and you're not, you know, not being put on the spot. Big change for little ones. Second tip, when you're getting started, Post-it notes are your friend, especially for things like stories. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not very good at this, I'm getting really frazzled, and in the moment, I can't think of any comments when I'm looking at this picture, have a look through the night before. Use some little Post-it notes, stick them in the corner and think, right, what could I comment on in this picture? There's the cow. The cat has orange stripes. The sun is in the sky. The sun is bright. Just so that you're not going, what's that? Who's that? What colour is that? Do you think he's happy or sad? Use some Post-it notes. Tip number 3 is starting your sentence with either I or you. So when you're reading a book, I would say something like, I can see a sun. I can see a big cow. I can see the horse. For when you're getting started, or when you're playing, starting your sentence with you. You've got the big blocks. You have the dinosaur. Just so that you're not tempted to start with a question word like what or who or where. Huge thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Things can only get better when I learn how to better do lighting, better make videos, better set up a room to have a camera in it and have me talking for a long time. So please subscribe and like this video if you can, so that I can make some more stuff for you and keep you better communicating with your little one. Thanks.